Good afternoon, Rossville students and staff. I'm Zach.
And I'm Reagan.
And you are Inside the Nest.
College Go Week is this week. Each homeroom will be a team and can earn points with correct answers to the daily questions and by participating on the dress-up days. If you do not have accessories to go with the dress-up days, no worries. Wearing college gear each day will also earn you points for your homeroom. Today was Future is Bright, wear sunglasses / neon day. Tomorrow is Military Appreciation Day, so wear camo. Wednesday is College to Career, wear a tie. Thursday is Hats Off to Higher Education, Hat Day. Friday is Your Future Starts Here, Rossville Spirit Day.
Those students that signed up to play Powerpuff, your shirt cost is $10. You must pay your team captain by October 4th in order to participate in the practice and to play. Team captains are as follows: 9th grade, Cooper Dunn; 10th grade, Zach Wayne Scott; 11th grade, Jordan Skiles; 12th grade, Lewis Miller or Charlie Thompson. The sign-up sheet is at the Learning Risers, and there are a few spots left.
Rossville Blood Drive will be September 26th. If you are 16 years or older, please donate. Encourage your friends and family to donate. Ask your parents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and grandparents to donate. The blood bank is really low and donations are desperately needed. You can sign up on the QR code posted around the school or stop by Mrs. Washburn's room for more information. You can get your parent consent waiver from Mrs. Washburn if you are 16 years old.
High School Student Council is sponsoring a dress-up day. Please dress up Resume Day on Wednesday the 27th. To participate, please give $1 to your first period teacher. All proceeds go to help the Student Council provide fun social events such as our homecoming dance. Remember, Zoom Day means business dress shirts and ties on top, paired with sweatpants / leisure wear on the bottom. Dress up or dress down and join the fun.
The Rossville Schools Foundation is currently accepting applications for teacher grants. For more information, visit the Rossville School website, click the Community tab, then select Ed Foundation. The deadline to submit grant applications is September 30th.
The Middle School Student Council will be holding a cornhole tournament on Friday, September 29th, starting at 3:30. We will be located behind the art room. Fee is $5 per person. Please sign up on the bulletin board outside in Mrs. Miller's room. Money is due to her on the 29th. We will also have chips and drinks for sale. Even if you don't join in the tournament, please come out and support your friends.
Now to Q with today's sports.
There are no sports tonight. Back to you guys on Inside the Nest.
Thank you, Q.
The junior class will be hosting an outdoor movie night on September 30th, starting at 7:30 p.m. The movie will be shown on the screen out on the hill between the baseball and the softball fields. Students will be responsible for bringing their own snacks and blankets for the show, and admission will be $3. This event will be for high school students only. The movie has yet to be decided. We will update you as soon as we've chosen.
The Indiana Court of Appeals is coming to Rossville High School. On October 10th, 2023, the Indiana Court of Appeals will be here to hear the case BOE v. Speedway. Seniors from Clinton Central, Frankfort, and Clinton Prairie will be joining you. You will be dismissed following your second period class at 9:45, and you will be expected to be in the center section of the auditorium no later than 9:50. For those students who may have an earlier release, you can make arrangements to be in attendance for our event. We are looking forward to hosting this event and your participation.
The PSAT/NMSQT will be administered to juniors on October 10th and sophomores on October 11th. All testing will take place during the morning of these dates in the main gym unless you are told otherwise. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mrs. Dunn.
Now to Greg with today's weather.
Today's weather, we have a high of 81, a low of 59, and a 5% chance of precipitation. Back to you on Inside the Nest.
Thank you, Greg.
On Friday, October 27th, Invest Ed will be here at the Rossville during homeroom. They will be making an early awareness presentation for all juniors and seniors. If you are a senior who leaves campus early and are not here during homeroom, you're welcome to join us in the auditorium for this presentation.
Today's lunch, we have mini corn dogs or grilled chicken with baked beans, carrots, and applesauce.
Now to Greg with Mrs. Lovelace.
Today we're here to talk to Mrs. Lovelace about ways that students can prepare for the SAT. What do you have to say?
Well, I have certainly been putting a lot of emphasis on preparing for the SAT, but I think that's because it's very important if you're going to go to college to think about what this test means for your future.
Okay, so the score for someone's SAT will largely affect just their chances of getting into a college?
It affects both your chances for getting into college and it affects your chances for getting money to attend the college. So, for example, there are some colleges. Like I recently heard that St. Elizabeth School of Nursing has a baseline score you must have to even be considered to attend there. So that's important. I mean, it's important to get a good score for that reason, but it's also important, unless you're independently wealthy or hit the lottery, to think about it as a way to earn scholarships.
Okay, well, I've heard the strong study schedule is important when you're studying for the SAT. How true would you say that is?
It's very true. I mean, nobody has time to just, pour 10 or 12 hours into the test all at once. So you need to kind of spread it out. Plus, then it makes the information a little more, you're a little more able to remember it if you're not trying to cram all at once. So yes, I think having a good study schedule and planning it out is essential.
And how important would you say it is to make sure you're balancing studying the information versus studying test-taking strategies?
You need to do both. So it's a very well thought out test. I mean, the people who write this test are brilliant. There's excellent wrong answers. You will not find any questions, for example, in math, where if the answer, is 32, it's going to be 9,056. I mean, they're going to make sure that they lure you into choosing wrong answers. So definitely you need to know the subject material, but you also need to know the test-taking strategies. And those can boost you up over that hump. So let's say you're getting an 1150, which is a good score. But if you can get to 1200, you're probably going to get some money, some scholarship money. And if you already feel like you've been studying the material, it may be those test-taking strategies that you need to re-examine.
Okay. So what do you think would be the most challenging part of taking the SAT?
I think the good wrong answers. I mean, they are good at sucking you into, that's the answer because it triggers something. Maybe a missed negative sign for math, maybe an inverted fraction, maybe just, for example, an extraneous root if we're talking about radical equations or absolute value equations. I mean, they've made it their business to have answers that you can be lured into selecting, and that's what makes it difficult.
Okay, then how many times and how often do you suggest that a student take the SAT?
Okay, so first of all, take it when you're a freshman. You should start taking it when you're a freshman. If you didn't do that, then you need to take it as a sophomore. And the first time, don't study for it. Just go take it. You need to experience it. You need to see what it's like. Then you can kind of formulate a plan. You can say, oh, I saw that there were a lot of questions about this math concept, or I saw that there were a lot of questions that required that I know how to do ABC. So then you kind of have a plan of what you need to study. Then you also can see how long it's going to take you because you have to start learning to budget your time. I would say that if you really care about getting into the best school or the best program or trying to make some money, bare minimum, you need to take it 3 times. That's not including the time that it's offered through the school. That's 3 times outside of school.
Okay. So if a student remembers nothing else from this discussion, what should they take from it?
That you cannot underestimate the importance of the SAT. I just found out this past summer that colleges across the nation are placing more importance on the SAT starting this year because they feel like too many high school grades are inflated in math and English. And what that means is they're placing less importance on the grades. Well, I shouldn't say they're placing less importance, but they're placing equal importance on the SAT as they are your grades in those classes. So for math and English, it's not just about your grade in the class. It's also about your score on the SAT, which is in essence your grade on the SAT. They're combined now. And so do not underestimate the importance of it.
Okay. Well, I think that's all here. I've been Gregory, and back to you on Inside the Nest.
Thank you, Greg and Mrs. Lovelace.
Today's joke.
What do you guys call a sold-out demolition derby?
What?
I don't know.
A smashing success.
I've been Zach.
And I've been Reagan.
And you've been Inside the Nest.